For many high school graduates, heading to college is a rite of passage. College beckons to them as a new adventure filled with friends, fun, and knowledge. With a tinge of sadness and a lot of pride, their parents pack them up and drop them off. For most students, the next 4 years will be ones they will remember for the rest of their lives. For the unlucky ones who choose Hudson University, however, the nightmare is just beginning. Tonight on Fakeline News, we take a look at Murder U itself. Hudson University, the poison ivy. Since 1876, generations of students have poured into New York City to attend college at the ivy-covered Hudson University. Rumor has it that the campus was built over a burial ground of some sort. Others say it was an old insane asylum. Regardless of its past, one thing is for certain. Strange things started happening on that campus. There was a freshman firebug who started setting small fires. Half of the first year's faculty ended up under indictment, and the area around the campus became renowned for being a favorite spot for horse theft. Hudson quickly became known as the Poison Ivy. Some people felt that it could never be a viable campus, but its founders endured. Despite its poor reputation, the campus soon found enough students willing to risk it all for their education. Over the years, the campus's reputation for criminality became well earned. Acclaimed murder mystery author Jessica Fletcher took a professorship at the college, reportedly due to the lawlessness and crime found there. Ms. Fletcher's appointment was controversial in and of itself. The Black Widow was a magnet for death. People she knew seemed to drop dead or get accused of murder at a high rate. She always seemed to solve these cases, but some people wondered if she might not have been involved herself. Ms. Fletcher was never charged with any crimes. One of the most controversial Hudson cases of recent years concerned the death of a Hudson dean and his secretary. It was made all the more controversial by the fact that the first suspect was a respected professor of American Studies. The case was assigned to the NYPD's famed Major Case Squad, led by eccentric detective Robert Gorin. His attention quickly turned to Professor Nicole Wallace, who was revealed to be having a lesbian affair with the woman selected to replace the previous dean. Hudson's top-notch legal team kept Ms. Wallace out of harm's way, but the ensuing suspicions and scandals rocked the school to its core, inspiring a recent Lifetime original movie starring Jenny Garth and Meredith Baxter. Criminality at Hudson, however, isn't the sole domain of the faculty. Hudson students can't seem to stay out of trouble either. Hudson student arrest rates are the highest of any university anywhere in the world. Its student roster often resembles a police blotter. Its alumni list a who's who of current prisoners. Things are so bad that the NYPD recently opened a precinct on campus that is one of the busiest in the city. At least Hudson isn't the most dangerous spot in New York City. That dishonor ironically belongs to the steps in front of the New York County Courthouse. We tried to get Hudson University's side of the story, but they only submitted the following prepared statement. Quote, "The sensationalized stories that are trotted out about our so-called dangerous campus are exaggerated and mostly fictitious. U.S. News & World Report voted us the safest university located on the Hudson campus." End quote. Of course, that statement is practically meaningless. Book after book, article after article have highlighted the criminal issues on campus. The administration, meanwhile, just tries to sweep everything under the rug. It is believed that its mighty endowment mostly goes to lawyers and legal settlements these days. With nearly half the school's faculty under investigation or indictment, one would assume that few students would risk enrolling in the school. While Hudson has had small issues with recruitment, it still attracts large classes of enrollees, quite possibly due to its infamy. T-shirts, bumper stickers, and other souvenirs make light of the college's reputation, much of which are actually sold in the campus's very own bookstore. Not surprisingly, many people in the know have expressed reluctance at sending their children to the school, including a prominent NYPD lieutenant who asked to remain anonymous. As this year's freshman class begins the usual college traditions, we can only hope that they avoid getting ensnared by Hudson's demons. Avoid the rash caused by the poison ivy. Fakeline News is produced by Ralphland Productions. Visit us at www.fakelinenews.com.